Hi guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel at PurpleDove. My name is Michael Akeni from Lassault Consulting. So if you were following us in our last video, I was able to show us through how to purchase a license in the PurpleDove website, how to create accounts, purchase user licenses, ranging from 2, 5 users, 10, 15, 20, 50, 100 and above. So depending on the number of personnel professionals that you want to use to handle your company's transaction on the PurpleDove ERP will inform the number of user licenses you would require. If you need an accountant to handle the accounting module, you need a human resource professional, you need HRO, customer relationship professional, you need payroll specialist, you need a project manager, and many other professionals. Depending on your company size, you would require a number of licenses to, use the PurpleDove ERP. So on our last video, we were able to create a company, Kenny UZ Co, and we were able to follow the due procedure to configure the PurpleDove ERP system. And I told us the last time that it will help configure the accounting module, depends on the company sector and the operations you've registered. So today we're going to be looking at the accounting module, what we can do with it, and we'll run a few transactions. Remember to keep in the comment section, like our videos, and of course share. And also, if you require details related to any other part of the modules we're going to be discussing, you drop your request in the comment section so we can produce and handle the videos related to your specific needs. So we're going to do a general run through of the accounting module and see what you can do. So let's log in. Your login details already registered in the system is what you input, and you'll be able to log into the ERP system. The system is designed to be extremely fast and responsive. All you need is a good internet access in your company premises, and of course, you'll be able to run your company's operations seamlessly with few clicks. Seamlessly, you run your company's operation. So today we're going to be looking at the accounting module, the run through of what you can do with the accounting module of PurpleDove ERP system. So the accounting module have chart of account, sales invoice, purchase invoice, journal entry, payment entry, account receivables, general ledgers, trial balance, and your company's dashboard. Basically, the accounting module can be used to run all transactions related to finance and accounting. You can use it to generate reports. You can see your journal entry, your sales invoice, payment entry, everything related to accounting and finance. These are reports you can use, you can generate depending on your report need. And of course, most importantly, the PurpleDove ERP system can produce your financial statements on the go, meaning on a daily basis, it updates your financial statement and you can print it at any point in time and do your reports. You have your consolidated financial statement, your cash flow, your balance sheet, your profit and loss account, your trial balance. Everything are updated on the go as you capture transaction on the ERP system. So you're going to be capturing a few transactions and see how they will be updated in the financial statement and we can see how we do some other things. So first of all, I want us to go through our chart of accounts. The chart of accounts, like I told you before, it is pre-created based on the company information. Remember, the company we created, Kenny Co. Kenny UZ Co. was an accounting firm that provides accounting and consultancy services. So let's see the kind of accounts that have been pre-created for Kenny Co. Here, the chart of accounts has basically 5 parts: application of funds, source of fund, equity, income, and expenses. These 5 group of accounts will houses all the account that the company needs to run its operation. Of course, you can customize them, you can delete some, you can add new accounts, that you need. Let's see the application of funds. We have current assets, we have fixed assets, we have investments, we have temporary accounts. Look at fixed assets, for example. We have building, work in progress, capital equipment, furniture and fittings, plant and equipment, software. These are the fixed assets that have been pre-created for this company. You can add or delete some of the fixed assets depending on the kind of account you need under fixed asset. Let's say, for example, I need account that is maybe patents and copyrights. Account type is fixed assets, and the currency is Nigerian naira. Create a new fixed asset there, and let's see. Here, patent and copyright. A new account have been created in addition to my fixed assets account. So what we say is you can, add or delete. If I want to delete this plant and machineries, you can just delete it out if you don't need it. So in a nutshell is that the chart of accounts have been pre-created to include all the relevant accounts that the system knows based on the information you supplied that will be needed to run all your company's transactions. So let's go back to sources of funds. For example, you see current liabilities, accounts payables, creditors, payroll payables, that's salary payables, duties. We have VAT. You can add other kind of accounts payables there. Loans, we have bank overdraft, secured loan, unsecured loans. So these are accounts that have been pre-created that the system automatically creates based on the information you provided. We have equity, capital, dividends, income. We have direct income, sales, and services. Yeah, because I choose that I'll be providing consultancy services. So the system automatically know the kind of income I should be generating. Then we have indirect income, we have expenses, direct expenses, indirect expenses. See cost of goods sold, expense included in asset valuation. And let's look at the indirect expenses. Here, we have administrative, commission on sales, depreciation, entertainment, and many more expenses. Of course, another information related to this list, you can add or remove any expenses that does not really relate to what you want to use the account for. But this place have been able to provide for all the relevant expenses that the system thinks will be relevant to the company you have registered. So here are lists of all the accounts that will be needed to run your company's transactions. And of course, All you need to do on a daily basis is just post transactions. The system will record it under the relevant account, and your financial statement will be updated on a daily basis. So this is all about chart of accounts. It will houses all the accounts that you will be needing to run the company's transaction. So let's see how we create sales invoices, purchase invoices, journal entry, payment entry, account receivable, general ledger, trial balance, and all that, how we can use them. We'll just go through them briefly to make this video as short as possible. But first of all, before we create a sales invoice, we might want to create our customers, the kind of customers we have. You can just come to the search wizard here and say probably customers. I want to create a new customer. I come here and say Pizza Co. Limited is a good customer of mine, and you can add the primary contact details and the primary address and save. It's created a new company, Pizza Co. Limited. I can create another customer. Just type customer and look for new customer here. Maybe AZ Co. Limited. Let me use AY Co. though. AY Co. Limited. You add other details if you have them, and save. We saved AY Co. Limited. So what kind of product do we give? We give both IT services and financial services. So let's say items. What do we do? Let me create a new item, for example, financial review. Item code FR, item name financial review, item group, there are services that we render, so I choose service, then I save. This is financial review, a new service that we render, created it. Let's add a new item. So what kind of service? I'll say audit. Audit and investigation. Item group is service. Create. Yeah, use a new service. So I come back to accounting module. So let's create a sales invoice and see how we can use this to update transaction. Oh, I even have an unpaid pending invoice. But before we see how to treat pending invoices, let's just create a new one and see how we treat. You just go to add sales invoice. Then what do I need? My customer. Who am I billing? I want to bill Pizza Co. Limited, one of the company I just created. When do I need them to pay me? They should pay me on or before 31st December. So accounting dimension here is important. You might want to add it to a cost center or a revenue center. Is not here, so let's see how we can create a new cost center. Just click on create new cost center name. Let's say audit services. Parent cost center is Kenny UZ and Co. And of course, I create. So you should go check my accounting dimension. This billing this sales invoice I'm going to be sending is billed under audit services. So If there is an existing customer purchase order, you add the details here, address and contact of customer, currency and price list, item. So what am I billing for? I'll just simply check. Billing for, let's see, audit and investigation. So I pick my AD, which is audit and investigation service. You might want to change it. Oh, I made a mistake. It was supposed to be financial review. Just pick FR, financial review services. And what is the rate? The rate is 5 million naira. Yeah, that's the cost of service we've rendered. You want to add something, maybe, okay, we actually did audit. So you add audit and investigation, depends on the services you've created so far. So if you want to add a new service, if you click on that place, you can add. So this one cost is 7 million naira. And this is the total of the bill I'm going to be sending. So, of course, you can see the total is 12 million reflecting here already. If there is 6 stars, anything related to the tax information, you can add it. There's loyalty point redemption, discounts, you can add them. Write off, if you want to write off any kind of amount from, if there have been advanced payments, you should be able to record it here. And payment terms, you can add payment term if there are any. And this invoice captured all relevant information, commission, sales team, and all. So if you have the relevant details, you can just save and you can go through your work again. Even after saving, you can do editing. Then I don't think I want to edit anything. You just click on submit. Yes. And my invoice have been created. Let's go back to sales invoice and see. So this invoice automatically is unpaid yet. So we have AA biscuits. I sent an invoice worth 9 million naira. And let's quickly see how we can add another invoice to another customer. This time is AY Co. Payment due date should be 30th. Accounting dimension, I think I'll just use the main company's accounts. Oh, it's supposed to be audit though. Okay, so I'll go down. There are customer detail. What did I do for this customer this time? I think we provided back-end support services. Oh, financial review. Okay, and I think the rate here, it has a pre-recorded rate because of the transaction I've done before, but I think this is going to be 8 million naira. So I used 80 million, it's supposed to be 8. So this is 8 million naira, and it will reflect down the transaction trade line. And let me just quickly save this and submit. So the system records prices of services that you've done before. That's why you're seeing the pop-up of those prices. And if that is not what you want to do, you can simply edit it. Let's go back to sales invoice. You see, we have invoice. This invoice, you can automatically send them to your clients, because at the point of registration, you can register the email and email this invoice immediately. So we have AY Co unpaid, we have Pizza Co unpaid, AZ have paid, AA Biscuit have not paid. So PizzaCo has just sent in payment. Let's see how I can clear the invoice. So you click on the invoice, you see payment entry. Yep. You can send payment requests. That is, you can send a kind of note. You can send delivery notes. Yeah. So let me just say the company have paid me, so I want to clear the invoice. Here, payment is received and payment type is cost from a customer, which is PizzaCo. You can check the customer account details. It's 12 million GT Bank. So this is, I'm clearing this pending sales invoice of 12 million naira. Transaction ID 0087. Reference date, paid today. Click on save and that's it. Submit the payment if you don't have any other adjustments. And yeah, so you see a new email have been created and details sent. So let's go back to our sales invoice. You see PizzaCo have paid. So the status is no longer unpaid, it's now paid because we've cleared the invoice. And this is how you treat sales invoice. So the similar thing goes for purchase invoice. We'll quickly look at journal entry and see how we can use journal entry to record transaction. Before I check journal entry, worthy to mention here that you can use journal entry to perform all your accounting transactions. A trained accountant will be able to understand that journal entry interacts with all the accounts you have in an organization, except the sales invoice and purchase invoice. You can use journal entry to record any other transaction in your PurpleDove ERP system, except sales and purchase invoice. So the payment entry, you can actually use payment entry to record new payments. You can use it to record maybe payment of invoice. However, those sales invoice, you click on it, you will still see an icon that shows you payment entry, and you can access your payment entry through the sales invoice also to clear your sales invoice. So let's see what we can do with journal entry. We have an existing journal entry that we've entered buildings. Let's see. So create a new journal entry. So let's say what did you purchase now? Okay, purchased some new capital equipment, and the account is our Access Bank. Or could we use our GT Bank? Any bank account that you have where you have income already. Let me use my GT Bank. Yeah. So the equipment will be debited, and I think the amount was supposed to be 4 million naira for some new capital equipment. The corresponding credit is 4 million naira. If you have reference details, the bill number, bill date, every other thing, you put them here, relevant information. then you save. If you are sure your transaction is okay, you submit. So now we have new journal entry for capital equipment that was bought from our GTB bank account. So this is how you record journal entries, and you can record payment entry using the journal. Just identify the two accounts. The account will be credited and the account will be debited. And now you're done with journal entry. So journal entry helps you record all transactions. So you can create new journal entry if you want. Maybe for expenses, you want to record expenses and all that. You can create journal entry for expenses. So let's say, okay, let's record journal entry for payment of salaries and of course our bank account. Your accounting principles plays here: credit the giver of benefits and debit the receiver of benefits. Principles of double entry. That's what you normally use in your journal entry. So paid salaries of 2 million naira, and it was paid from our bank account. If there are other details I needed to check, I'll just check and submit. And now here is details related to journal entry for salaries and paid out of our GTB bank account. So this is basically how you do journal entries, and see the more journal entries you enter, it will show. And you can actually check them from the general ledger perspective. You see all the transactions so far. Look at, you see, yeah, this is the salary we just paid. And if you check the bank account, it was credited and the salary account was debited. So all details will be automatically reflected on your general ledger account, and in the end you have your corresponding debit and credit side. So these details are also recorded on the go, and then we can also check trial balance. These ones are part of your financial statements. Yeah, details of trial balance are updated. Look at fixed assets. Remember, we bought some assets just now. We have building and capital equipment. Building of 2 million was purchased some few minutes ago, and then capital equipment of 4 million was purchased, and total has been recorded in our trial balance as 6 million naira. So your financial statement is automatically updated on the go. And we have expenses of salaries that we paid 2 million naira, and you see it's reflecting here already as indirect expenses salaries, and you see. So this is what you see in your financial statements. You can print in on a daily basis. So let's see what our dashboard is showing right now. So the total outgoing bills have averaged 39 million based on the income we've recorded so far. Total incoming payments, the actual cash, meaning we have some receivables inside this 39 million. And these receivables represent those invoices that have not been received. Of course, sales are recorded immediately, invoices are sent. So this is the probable cash we've received so far, the incoming payment. So we can, automatically see that we have account receivables. So You see, our profit or loss account is automatically updated with the figures we post per day. Total income this financial period is 39 million, and what we've paid so far is just salary of 2 million. And automatically your profit or loss account is updated. So you can have some other details related to charts and incoming bills. Okay. For outgoing bills, you see we have the month of December. So you can actually use this chart to look at your transactions or the goal. So, all right, so this is a summary of the profit or loss statement. We can go back to the financial statement and see what would have. Let's see how our cash flow statement will look like here. So the net cash from operations so far is 20 million. Cash from investing, we remember we bought assets worth 6 million and it's outgoing. Then the net change in cash and cash equivalents is in our cash position is 14 million. So for the trained accountant would understand how this operation here is the cash flow of operating activities. You can really see what happened. Here's a comprehensive statement of cash flow done here. So you see, the cash flow is prepared on the go, and let's look at your balance sheets. Here, total assets is 37 million so far. We've not recorded liability, so it has been updated. If you come down here, you can see details of the assets so far. 37 million, we have 31 million current assets, broken into receivables of 17 million, which is debtors. Remember the cash, the sales invoice, some of them are still pending. Then this is our bank account. We have 10 million cash in hand, and these are details of the assets that have been developed so far. So the more you record your financial transaction on a daily basis, your statement will be auto updated. Yeah. So this is it for the accounting module. Let's see how some effect on our chart of accounts so far. And refresh. And yeah, refresh, you see that accounts have been updated so far. So our application of funds have been updated. We have current assets of 31 million. If you take it downward, you see the component, our bank account is having 4 million, account receivable 17 million, and our cash 10 million. So this is the breakdown of our total current assets. For fixed assets, remember we bought some assets, and then building was 2 million, capital equipment was 4 million. So the accounts have been duly updated. And let's see our income aspects. Let's go down. So the income, we have direct income, which is from sales, 39 million. Then what about expenses? We have indirect expenses, which is from salaries. Yeah, salaries. So the chart of accounts give you a summary of all the activities, while these activities are auto updated in your financial statement and you can print them on the go. So here, So that's a summary of what you can do with your accounting module. Basically, it's record your day-to-day transactions. You enter them on the go, and can print and assess your financial position, your cash flow statements on the go. You can treat them and analyze your financial position on the go on daily basis. You don't have to manually prepare any accounts. Your PurpleDove ERP accounting modules or to update everything as you enter your details and transaction. And so this is the accounting module. So in our next video, we're going to be looking at the human resources, how we can use PurpleDove HR module to, manage the human resource of your company. So in the comment section, make sure you drop your comments, like the video. If you need specific areas of the accounting module to be treated, make sure you comment down and tell us what you want to be treated related to all the accounting transactions. If you have difficulties, you can contact us via our website, and you can also reach us via the comment section. Just comment below and tell us what you want us to do, and we'll be able to update the video and show you a video of how you can carry out a specific transaction based on your request. So thank you very much, and watch out for the next video for human resources module. Thank you.